Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. I have seen this video, like if you lost all your makeup, circulating TikTok, and then I saw my friend Soph do it as a YouTube video, and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna bring it over onto my YouTube platform as well, and I'm gonna do a video based on that. Let's hope that never happens. Happened to me once many years ago when I had my makeup kit stolen in central London, but that's a whole nother story. But let's hope that never happens ever again. The other day, I went to go and see Fenty. Love me some 50 Cent, I do indeed. The first two foundations I would buy, and yes I say two because I'd want one which is a little bit more full of coverage and then one which is a little bit more light. She's a little bit of an everyday kind of girl. So we have the Beautiful Skin by Charlotte Tilbury. I use the shade either 7 Neutral or 7 Cool. I'm going for the more cool now because of course it's winter and I'm not very tanned. And then I have the MAC Face and Body in the shade C5. MAC Face and Body is a water-based foundation, so it's really nice and really sheer, and it just makes your skin like it's had a glass of water. We're gonna go for a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury today. I'm actually a lot more yellow than I thought. Obviously my body is a lot more yellow than my face. My face is a lot more lighter than my whole entire body. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this yet, but my stomach, like my abdomen, is always so tanned, like so tanned. And my legs are always darker than my arms and upper body. Okay, anyways. Ooh, I got some new brushes. I'm gonna take my ISOClean brushes. These are a collection of TikTok shop. I was kindly sent them in PR. Whatever I get sent in PR, obviously I'll mention throughout the video. This is the 010 brush. ISOClean have crazy sales going on right now. So my window. I'm gonna have to like talk quite loud a little bit over them, so we can try not like they're not there. The show must go on, do you know what I mean? So as I was saying, I really like this foundation because you can make it really nice and sheer, or you can build it up if you want to. But I find that it doesn't really sit in my creases because I'm naturally quite an expressionate person. And with this brush, which is like a really nice dense brush, but it's got a lot of movement in there, it's super fluffy. I still have product here, right? So this brush is just picking up such a nice light amount and popping it on, and it honestly is doing all the work for me. If I had to go for a more medium coverage foundation, this would be the one I go to, and it'd be the first on my radar. Creams. I'm pretty sure I paid £35 for this year when it first came out. It's either 30 or 35. I actually cannot remember. Right now, on TikTok, this is £15. If you've been thinking about getting the curve case, do not sleep on it. £15, it is now the time to jump on that. I'm going to try and get this video up as soon as possible, so hopefully it'll still be on sale. I don't know, but even if you can get it for $20, it is still incredible, and I would 110% still pay full price for this. So this is the medium shade. Can you see I'm already creating dents in this? Caramel Chisel is my personal favorite. So I'm using the curve case right now, but another product I would definitely run to get would be my Pink Honey Face Frosting. I use the shade Toffee Truffle, but I definitely want to get a like another shade. I think it's Cookie Butter or something like this. The face frosting product is just a little bit more creamy. I would say these ones are a little bit more like a cream gel. They have a slight gel-like consistency. I really like Caramel Chisel because it's just a really nice color, but it just doesn't look too harsh. I'm going to take Melon Sorbet for my blush, and I'm actually going to bring that right underneath my under eye as well because I've still got to put my concealer on. And you'll notice I'm not going too heavy with these products, right, because I haven't done underpainting this time around. And then I will just go around with my foundation brush, just patting everything in. The reason this has to be like one of the first sort of products I'd run to is just because for traveling it's incredible. I got 4 blushes, 4 bronzers. I feel like for me I've got like winter and summer in these palettes. Like I feel like this is an all year round product for me, not just a product I'm only going to reach for in like summertime or winter. And I just love that radiance, that glow that it gives the skin. Just looks really healthy, and I'm here for it. Okay, let's talk concealers. My number one holy grail concealer would have to be the Too Faced Multi Sculpting Concealer. I have a mixture of shades, but I always tend to go to Natural Beige. It's kind of like my all year round shade. But then second place runner-up concealer would possibly be the Folks Filter by Huda Beauty, because I love the consistency of this one. But if I had to pick one to put on, it would be this one. Little Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. Do you know what? I haven't found myself using foundation like all the time. I've just been using mainly like concealers, but putting that Charlotte Tilbury one on my face today, I feel like it's definitely just rekindled my love, because I'm such a tint girl. I'm such a light foundation, full coverage concealer kind of girl, but that Flawless Filter, rekindled, absolutely rekindled. As if my battery is flashing already. Battery number 2. Let's see how long she's gonna last me. My concealer probably has dried down so much now. I'm just gonna tilt my head forward and then blend that out. By the way, guys, it is one of my little baby's birthdays. Let me quickly bring her over to show you. Come on, Baba. Today marks 2 years of when we got her. We call this our got your birthday. And then I'm just gonna run whatever product is left on top of my eyelids. And then this is what all the cream products laid down on the face are looking like right now. I'm gonna go and set that in place with the Fenty Pro Filter Matte Foundation Powder. This is the shade 220. Personally, I love a foundation powder. I just feel like it adds the coverage, and if you get the right shade, it can look incredible on your skin. So my 2 favorite ones would be the Fenty one, and then this one from KVD Beauty. This is the Locket, and I use the shade medium 150. Kind of just looks like that. Those 2 would be the first ones I have to go and get, especially the Fenty one. So that would be like my first sort of pressed powder that I would definitely go and get. And then I'm gonna need a loose setting powder, right? It would have to be the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. This is a shade Banana Bread. This is so crusty dusty looking right now. I really should have gone and got my new one because I do have backup of this. But look how rotten the top of my one is. I've even got eyelashes that I've trimmed. You know when you just trim and you just stuck them down somewhere so you don't lose them? Like bits of eyelash. Can you see sticking out the side? That is actually proper rotten. Anywho, I'm gonna use this now. Use the pressed powder underneath my eyes because that's where I want more of the coverage. Then I'm just gonna take a sponge and basically just go on top. I have not found a powder better than this yet. Like genuinely, I just haven't. Don't get me wrong, there are powders which are on the same sort of level, like the Laura Mercier loose translucent powder. Love, 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 love. The House of Labs powder is definitely climbing higher on my radar the more I use it. Can you see I've just kind of left like a little messy thin amount on the face. Speaking of Huda Beauty, this is like another brand that she has called Glowish, and this is the Glowish Soft Radiance Bronzer. And it kind of has this sort of 2-tone swirls in there, but I just love how soft it looks on the skin. I use it in shade 3 and shade 4, but right now I'm using shade 3. And I really do love this bronzer because it just looks super soft on the skin. And then the loose powder that is on the skin, it just kind of gets buffed away by the bronzer. Gonna take a little Made by Mitchell brush now. Mine have started to go a bit funny. And someone actually said this to me. So when I first bought these, can you see like the top handle has started to fade a little bit. Don't get me wrong, it's just the colouring. I'm still going to use them. It's really not that deep. But someone did actually say to me when I first got these on TikTok, they were like, oh, my handles went funny. And I was like, oh, mine haven't done that yet. Now this one has. Not all of them are like that though. Some of them are absolutely still fine. It's just like the odd one. Using the exact same bronzer just to add a little bit of definition to the nose. If I couldn't get this one, then it would be the Made by Mitchell Bronze Book, just because, you know, that has like all the shades I would ever need. Then I'm just gonna grab a clean fluffy brush just to diffuse the edges so the nose looks super nice and soft. And this is what the base is looking like at this moment in time. Now, I think I'm gonna go on to the eyes now. So if I needed to get an eyeshadow palette, the first brand that would literally just spring to mind would be Be Perfect Cosmetics. Their eyeshadow quality is just like 10 out of 10. The ranges that they have in their palettes is so nice. The Carnival XL is like my go-to, my holy grail, the one and only love. And that one travels with me literally everywhere. So that would be like first on my list. However, I don't know if the one I have, because it was like the original one, I don't know if that one's still available anymore. So I was like, oh, I don't really want to show products that no one else can get. Do you know what I mean? It's just like teasing y'all. So we're gonna go with this one, and I'm pretty sure they still have this one. This palette is in collaboration with a makeup artist called Stacey Marie. The reason I just love this is because you got so many brights. You got a really gorgeous matte black here, and then you got this little area here which has got the brown. So if I just wanted something which literally could have pretty much every shade I would need, then I would go to this one, because I still got like a nice champagne-y colour here, got a gorgeous coppery kind of orangey gold. But then if I wanted something a little bit more like neutral and just for every day, then it would be this, which is another collaboration by them, although I don't know if this one is still available. I'm not too sure. Whatever's available, I'll link for you guys anyways. But this is the Clientele palette, which is by Jar Makeup Artist. This is such a gorgeous range of neutral colours. You've got some really beautiful shimmers in there as well. I don't know if this was still available, so because of that, I am going to go with this one here. Hi. I just did one eye off of camera because I wasn't too sure what sort of vibe I was going to go with. So I kind of wanted to practice it off camera, just make sure like I know what I'm doing when I'm filming it. Grab my Graph Black Liner from MAC. This would definitely be one of the black liners that I run to repurchase if I had to, because it's so creamy and it lasts really well. So I'm going to run it along my waterline and then just slightly drag it out. Short shader brush, and I'm going to take this dark brown there, and I'm just going to smudge out that black liner, the top and the bottom, so we're going to drag it out, so keep it really close to the liner. This is a Peaches and Cream PC22. I'm using the shade Tan Lines, which is the really light one in that palette, like the lightest sort of transitional shade. My powder, you see there, just to keep that nice and sharp. Look how small that brush is. This is a Made by Mitchell brush, and I'm basically just going to use it with the black eyeshadow just to run it along my top lash line to also drag it out a little bit, so we still get that nice flick, making sure it connects with the bottom and just bringing that up. So we get this really nice shape. So nice and soft, and even though we use a black liner, it doesn't look like super harsh. With lashes, I was looking in my bag and I was like, oh, what ones do I go with? Do I go with my Doll Beauty Chloe Elizabeth? Do I go with my Bubble Pop from Unicorn Cosmetics? Or do I go with Royal Silk from Kiss? And then I was like, oh, I don't really know. But ones I have been reaching for a lot recently are the chiffon ones from Kiss, and they are part of the Naked Drama. It'd either be like these ones or Bubble Pop from Unicorn Cosmetics, because I feel like they have that nice amount of fullness, but if I wanted to, I could wear them during the day and I could keep it a little bit sexy for the evening. The mascara that I'd run to go and buy would be the Max Factor Masterpiece 2-in-1. Love this mascara. Basically, I worked with them on this on a little TikTok, and ever since then, I've been using it all the time. I love this one, and then there's another one recently that I really like from, I don't know if it's Estee Lauder or YSL, I'm not too sure, but you'll probably see me use it in a future video. But this one has got the little bottom that you twist, so it changes the brushes, so keep an eye on there, right? So this is it twist down, so this is for volume. Then if I untwist it, that is for the length. And if I need a mascara like in my life and I just want this one to do 2 little jobs in one, this would be the one that I go and buy. So I've already put it on this eyelash, but obviously I've grabbed it for when I want to put it onto my eyelashes after. So I'm going to keep that to the side. Little wiggle, wiggle, little jiggle, jiggle. I'm going to let them kind of like dry down. Now I'm going to go to cheeks, and then I'm going to do my eyebrows and all that good stuff. So the one product that I'd probably go and run to get for my cheeks would be my blush book. I use this more than I use the bronze book from Made by Mitchell. I just feel like there is a shade for every single like makeup look that I would need. The only shade that I'd be honest that I don't actually reach for too tough is that one. But apart from that, like I literally reach for them all. I think I'm going to go for, ooh, we're going to go for, wait, hold on. I'm going to do a bit of 90s Nude because I'm going to also use my cream product on top of this. You're going to see what I mean. But yeah, we're going to go for 90s Nude. Since I got this blush book, was it last year? I can't remember, but ever since I got it, I have taken it everywhere with me. So every holiday, every trip that I went on this year, it has always come with me. Okay, so these are the cheeks now. How nice is 90s Nude? Like 90s Nude is just chef's kiss. I'm going to take a little bit of Melon Sorbet with a small sponge. This is from Fine Cosmetics, and I'm just going to dab it onto my hand so I don't take too much of the product. So I'm just going to use the side of it so you can see what I mean. We're going to tap it on top of all of that blusher, and I like to use a sponge because I feel like a brush would genuinely like separate all of this. So tap in the product, tap on my hand, because we don't want to put too much on. We're not trying to add the color, we're just trying to add more of the glow. It helps kind of like bounce back the light, so it makes the skin look a little bit more naturally radiant without having to, you know, use a glossy product. It also helps intensify the blush as well. If you do this trick, make sure you do it with a sponge, okay? Like, trust me, it will just work out a lot better. And pat the back of your hand and a little bit on the nose. See, the cheeks just look sculpted, but there's a glow there. Like, they are just giving. If I had to go and of course replace my highlighter, this would be the one I go to. This is broken. When I tell you, all of these little pieces come out, yeah, they drop everywhere. So I have to be super careful with this. But this Dior Backstage Glow Palette is just 10 out of 10. Ever since this has come into my life, I'd probably say this is my most used highlighter. I have every single shade for everything I could ever want. So I've got the super white shade for inner tear duct highlighting. I've got the pink shade for blusher. I've got the champagne when you want an all over face glow. And then I've also got a little bit of bronzer when I want more of a bronzy glow. I want to put it on my chest. Oh, I use every single damn shade in this palette. This palette would be on the top of my list for highlighters. I'm going to use a little bit of the bronzy one on my forehead and then the pink one on my cheeks. Take that brush that we used for the bronzer, just dust it in there a little bit. If you watch my YouTube videos on a regular, you probably would have seen me use the Dior Backstage palette in so many tutorials. Then I'm going to take a different brush for my pink highlighter, the highest point of my cheekbone. So literally just there. Right, okay, I'm going to quickly line my tight line. I'm just going to put a little bit of the mascara onto my lashes and also to my bottom lash line. My brow pencils do tend to change. Like, I don't have a set one, but I've got the NYX one, I've got the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but one thing that I will always have and I will always run to go to, and my eyebrows will never look as good if I don't have the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. When I tell you this mimics your brow hairs, it is just the best brow pen I've ever used. I'll normally use the brow pencil just to shape out my bottom line of the eyebrow. So now I've lined underneath the eyebrow. I'll go in with the NYX Lift and Snatch pen, and then I'll just do random lines in between just to help the illusion of hair. That looks crazy, right? But don't be scared. I'll just grab my spoolie and brush it through, and it literally just calms it all down. That's my eyebrows done. I do kind of need to pluck them a little bit because I've got some little rogue hairs around, so I do need to kind of deal with that. That is essentially my eyebrows done. I would go in for brow gel. My brow gel always changes, so because of this I didn't want to add one in the video just for the sake of it, because genuinely I'm switching between 3 of them right now. I love a brownie nude lip, but recently this little combo together and this lip gloss, I don't even know what to say at this point about this lip gloss. Like, the Rimmel Thrill Seeker lip glosses are incredible, super affordable, lovely. Really creamy, and the Berry Glaze shade, this like really nice reddy shade, just makes your lip color just look super juicy, and I love it. The lip liner that I would run to get would be Morphe Sweet Tea, but I can't find it. That makes me really emotional, so I need to add that to my Christmas list. However, Morphe do such nice nude lip liners, so I'm going to go with this one instead. And this is the shade Makeup Talk. I like this lip liner because it's a really lovely nude and it's a super wearable one. If I had to run to replace things, of course it'd be like a nude lip liner. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of this in the center of the lip, because then I feel like it'll match all the blusher. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Then the star of the show, the Rimmel Thrill Seeker lip gloss in the shade Berry Glaze. Just look how that intensifies the color and just brings everything to life. If you're a lip gloss kind of person, then you need these in your life. I think I'm just gonna leave the face like this though. I don't think I'm gonna add like a spray. And this is the Makeup Look Complete, and they are all the products that I'd be running out and putting at the top of my list if I had to. Also, if you filmed this for your own channel, comment down below and let me know as well, because I'll go and watch your video. And yeah, I hope you're having a great week. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post different content on there all the time. Also, I upload YouTube shorts on here as well, so make sure you check out my shorts, not just my long content. And that is it. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you soon. Bye. I never know how to end these things now.